you be careful, you know. It's a long walk up those stairs, and I don't want you to be embarrassed when everybody's gone. If I could have the attention of this motley little group for a second.
We are motley, yes.
It warms my heart to be here tonight, to have this little collection of what I laughingly call a family around.
Yeah.
Even though certain members of the family have displayed a degree of tension of late.
No, I can certainly vouch for that tension, but then again, I'm sure that was just your overzealous way of trying to help me. Huh?
I like to call it being cautious. That's what I like to call it. And I think I can be cautiously optimistic this evening by saying that the hatchet will be buried, hopefully not in the back of my head. Anyway, how are we doing here? Shall I go on?
Oh, please, before they all go home.
Okay.
We all fall
Let's get to the
asleep.
good bit. Let's get to the good bit. Okay. Katie Pooh and I are going to tie the knot March the 16th.
That is about time. You know, this is the day before St. Patrick's Day.
You like that?
I
2
like
days
that.
to celebrate.
Good luck, then.
Want the bridegroom to be like a little more?
I thought you'd never ask, Mary.
That's the same thing that Catherine said the night you proposed.
No, wait a minute. I was under duress. I was hanging 12 stories high.
You were
would
under
have done
duress?
the same
The only way to do it is 12 stories
Correct.
high.
I'm just glad
Hanging
it's
by your
going to
nails,
finally
huh?
happen. I was beginning to wonder if the day was ever going to come.
We're just doing this to get Mary off our back. Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
is that right? A bit more of the bubbly here.
No, actually, I am drinking cola. I'm the designated driver tonight.
Oh, I owe you one, darling. I owe you one, yes.
Okay.
Can I talk to you both for a moment? Oh, well, you don't have to actually answer me. I know your mouth is full of food now. Just nod yes or no. Would you be my maid of honor?
You want me to be?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I want you to.
Oh, I'd love to. Oh.
Well, one down and one to go. Now, it did occur to me to ask you to be my flower girl, but I figured now, Robin is quite a bit more grown up than that, and
Thank you very much. You know, I was the bridesmaid at Colton and Felice's wedding, remember? Well, actually, junior bridesmaid.
yes, that's right. I do remember. And so I was wondering, would you like to be a bridesmaid at our wedding?
Not just the junior one?
No, the full-fledged bridesmaid.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you would.
Thank you.
Well, you've made this near teenager very happy.
Well,
Thank you.
she's made me very, very happy. I'm a very lucky woman.
Oh, I'm flattered that you feel that way.
Both Anna and Robin have agreed to be my maid of honor and my bridesmaid accordingly.
We're counting on that. Now, are you sure you're up to your first excursion down the aisle in high heels?
Oh, don't worry. I'll practice.
She's been practicing
I
mine.
bet you. You know what? I bet you I'll be the first girl in the 7th grade to be a bridesmaid.
How about that?
Well, now that you're entering into the world of the terrible teens, apart from this 2 law enforcement types to haggle you, you've now got this concert pianist here.
I'm not going to give anybody a problem, even when I'm a teenager.
Oh, can I have that in writing?
I believe you. I believe. Stick with me, kid.
You all right?
Hey. I was just thinking, we're having so much fun and we're so happy now. I just wish you could be here to be a part of it.
See how you can be so sure that Paget doesn't have anything to do with
I'm
it.
as sure as I can be, all right?
All I know is that my porcelain bubble has been burst, and I'll probably never see the Wellington.
Honey, as James Bond said, never say never, all right?
Well, it was nice while it was happening. I felt like queen for the day for once.
I just think there are too many unanswered questions, personally.
I've answered a very important one for myself. Now, if Paget really was part of the mob, why would the mob send their boys to question Austin about Paget? Huh?
You've got a point there.
Yeah, but you're still not satisfied, right?
What do you think, though, about...
Well, I can be tougher on Paget, you see, because I don't have a personal reason for wanting to believe in him.
Well, that's terrific. Now, you're saying that because I want the Wellington collection, I'm in Paget's corner. Is that it?
If you weren't, you would have been more disturbed about the fact that Robert couldn't find anything out about him. Not one thing.
I admit it piqued my curiosity, all right?
Your curiosity? Come on, why can't you just agree with me about this? You guys have to fight. I mean,
No,
come on,
we're just having a discussion, all right?
discussing, that's all.
That's
It's
all.
different. I mean, he just doesn't want to admit that I might be right about Paget.
Oh, come on.
Okay, what? You talk. I'm going over and talk about it. It's the honeymoon, okay?
Fine, honey.
You're just not very sure of your position, are you?
Well, all right, I'm not as sure as I'd like to be, right? And Robert did make a very good point. Why would Paget spend $50,000 more than the collection is worth just to have the privilege of selling it to me? Huh? Why?
Off the top of my head, the whole thing's a cover.
Yeah, but what kind of cover? For what?
See, Mom didn't think that Mr. Paget would keep his promise, but he did. He took me all around the ship from top to bottom.
Sounds interesting, Lo.
Oh, it was. Lucky that Mr. Paget went straight to my school, or I would have ended up at one of my friends' houses. I had such a great time.
He picked you up at school?
Yeah, exactly.
Did he have your mother's permission?
Dad, it's no big deal or anything. It's not like he's a stranger.
In my book, that's all he is.
We went out with him to dinner the night before, and Mom knew that he promised to me that he'd take me to the ship and look around.
Still, I wished you'd had your mother's permission.
I know she gets irritated with Mr. Paget. I just wish she'd give him a chance. He's such a nice man.
Well, at least he keeps his promises.
More than that. If you just look at his eyes, you'll know he's a good person.